Um, let's get this thing running, I guess.
Okay.
So now that when you were in the WWE and you're still a part of the family, now they have films, now they have like all this stuff. Would you ever want to be in a WWE film?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And back in the day, I'd say from 1997 through about 2001, I also did some fitness modeling out in California, and when I was out there, I would go to auditions and readings. So that was always something I was interested in doing. I had an agent at the time. He's actually Hulk Hogan's agent right now. His name's
cool.
Peter Young.
Nice.
And I probably went to, I can't tell you how many auditions and readings. I actually made it to 3 callbacks for Baywatch when they were doing Baywatch Hawaii.
Nice.
I did a couple Mortal Kombat auditions, but let me tell you, it's not easy to go out there and do all these auditions, and you're in one end of town, then you got to drive 2 hours to another one, and then back to the same end of town. It was a lot of work, you know. And actually, the Baywatch Hawaii thing was the closest thing that came, you know. But when we were going into the final callbacks, and they actually really liked me,
right.
They told me I would have to move to Hawaii, and they told me what the salary was, and it was actually less than I was getting paid. So I said, I think I'll stay with my job with WWE. So I stayed where I was. I didn't take the Baywatch gig, but I think that would have been cool. But that's definitely something I've always been interested in, and hey, if it happens, fantastic.
And would it be like Baywatch has its own genre, but would you want to like make us laugh, make us cry, make us be the action hero, like have a gun and just be like?
I think action would be totally cool.
Yeah.
But I do have a funny side, so I think comedy would be. You know, I have good comedic timing when I need to. Not all the time, but when I need to be. And so I think that would be cool. But yeah, action I think would be totally awesome. Because I'm a tomboy at heart. I was raised a tomboy, so you know, anything out there, if they had me flying through the air, shooting guns or whatever, that'd be really cool.
And if it went to something like reality, with Tough Enough coming up, would you want to help train? Anybody,
absolutely. See, I always thought I'd actually be really good for a show like that. Not to get in the ring and teach people how to wrestle, because I was never a wrestler.
Right.
I'm the first one to admit, you put me in a wrestling match, I'm not going to do very well, because I'm not a wrestler, never was good at it, never said
But
I
you
was.
get the reaction.
But I could get out there, and I'm the kind of person that can teach people how to talk on the microphone, how to deliver that interview, how to get in front of the crowd and just let it go. Because for a lot of people, it's very hard for them to do. You either have it or you don't have that presence. Luckily, I was born with that presence. It's not something I had to learn.
Yeah.
But I can help people, you know, try to learn how to open up and have that presence and how to have that delivery on the microphone, because that was basically my job when I was full time, and give me a microphone. I had a microphone in my hand all the time.
Right.
So yeah, I think something Tough Enough. If they did bring me in for something like that, I could definitely teach people how to talk, how to just handle yourself and present yourself. That's something that just always came natural to me. So that would be fun. That really would be
cool.
Fun.
And Dancing with the Stars now has Chris Jericho. Have you been able to see him?
I haven't watched the show yet, but if they, God forbid, ever asked me to do that show, forget about it. I can't dance if my life depends on it. Oh my God, I am definitely a white girl on the dance floor. I have no rhythm, none at all. I go out and fake it. I mean, even back in the WWE time when they'd send me out into the ring with the minis and have me do the Macarena, I was like, I don't even know what the Macarena is, and I was out there faking it. I had the little mini trying to teach me how to do it, and I just looked ridiculous. But yeah, they had me dance in the ring a few times, and I'm like, I'm one of these. I'm like, I really can't dance, but they'd have to go through a lot of training on Dancing with the Stars if they had me do that.
That's awesome. And finally, tomorrow, the big day, Hall of Fame.
Oh God, don't remind me. I'm so scared.
Any surprises? Like, you don't have to tell me that a surprise is coming.
My inductors are a big surprise.
Okay, cool.
I can't tell you who they are.
Right, that's fair enough.
But it's going to be very cool, trust me.
Awesome.
But yeah, when you see who actually comes out to induct me, you're like, wow, that's cool.
Awesome.
Like when they told me, because I didn't even have a choice, they said, this is what we're doing. I'm like, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
So I'm very excited. I'm very excited, but incredibly terrified. I really am.
Fair enough.
It's a completely different thing. It's not like I'm getting in the ring and cutting an interview on someone. It's this is coming from the heart. This is Tammy now, not Sunny tomorrow night.
Right.
So I know I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna lose
That's
it.
all right.
I'm sure I'm gonna mess up my speech, but it's something I'll never forget.
Awesome. We will never forget it as well. Thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Very nice to meet you. And thank you for speaking English.
Oh, no problem.
I'm sorry to see you.